All right, welcome to this June 2025 astrology horoscope, and we're going to do all signs. Okay, Aquarius, choose your pile. Pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. We're going to start with pile number 1. At the end, I will pull a Sacred Creator card. After I do all of the readings for you here, Aquarius, Two of Wands, Seven of Pentacles, Aces, Devils, Swords galore. Actually, only Three of Swords. Kind of, I like to say the worst sword you could get. Well, there's the Ten of Swords that could be even worse. But this one here it's focused on remembering past things that have harmed us and hurt us. So, they're in the right order in my mind. So you've got that distraction, the addiction, the illusion that you thought were real but aren't. And you've had some thoughts about that. You're focusing on all the bad things that happened, all the things that went wrong that you could have done better. But you're coming out the other side, because when you can release all that, you can really feel into your intuition and your emotional energy and trust that all of that needed to happen the way it happened, because we've got the Ace of Cups and the Queen of Cups. So this is what you start out with, that pure potential of that emotional, amazing watery energy. And you're nearing kinging it all with the Queen of Cups. You got the King after that, right? So this is the feminine side of winning your emotional race. And let's see, we've got the Two of Wands, Seven of Pentacles, Ace of Cups. So having that plan, the actions you need to take, and trust that when you start taking those actions, even if you can't see the results happening, as long as you allow yourself to release the stuff that's causing you to focus on the negative, release it, you'll keep nurturing and growing from there. You're creating your reality, and that's what's allowing you to really stay heart-centered. That's what's creating the strength you need to really feel like you've got this. Despite everything that went on, you've got this. You're going to come out of it feeling more aligned, feeling more in flow, and just trust. Keep those plans in mind, especially if you're in the first stages of this right now. Okay? All right, Aquarius, that was pile number 1. Now we're pile number 2 for Aquarius. Wow. All right, we got High Priestess with the World. Well, definitely this is you coming into your own, and you're balancing so many things in the best ways possible. Like, this is ease and effortless is what I pick up from that. Page of Cups, Four of Swords, Knight of Wands. Even with this, it feels like you're definitely more comfortable with your thoughts. Your more mental energy is definitely a lot more stable. You give yourself time to focus on the cycles of things. So sometimes you have more energy. Sometimes you're more emotional. Sometimes you have too many thoughts. Sometimes you aren't thinking enough. But it all balances out, okay? And things don't always turn out the way you think they will, but it feels like trust in your own magic, trust in that there's perspective to things. Nobody else needs to understand. Like, if you were to explain this card to somebody without them seeing it, they might have a different interpretation of what it looks like, just like how reality is for us. Our interpretation of our own experiences are going to be different than those looking from the outside in. And, you got to trust your own magic, trust your own fire. Two of Pentacles with the Knight of Wands is just definitely balancing, because you're staying energized and inspired, because you keep taking time for yourself and time for focusing on one thing at a time. All right, Aquarius, that's pile number 2. Pile number 3 for Aquarius. Couple of aces. Like that. Death and rebirth. It's time for new beginnings. It's time to start new things, and it's time to create new things. So a lot of creative, bringing creative energy in. Yeah, definitely something new is coming up. Something is definitely changing, and you're going to need the courage to just trust. You're going to not be able to control how things go other than how you feel, and just take that leap of faith and trust the action you take based on how you want to feel. That's where your intuition is really going to connect up. That Ace of Wands and the Seven of Cups, so many choices, but use your intuition that you're going to take the action you need. Because with the Ace of Wands and the Knight of Cups, definitely trusting your feelings and acting on them in a way that is bringing in that new part of your life that's wanting to come forward. There's a new part that wants to come forward. Well, there you go. That was pile number 3 for Aquarius. So now let's read one of these Sacred Creator cards for you. And I'm going to read from the book too. Just a brief passage, whatever comes up. What does your soul say? Well, we're going to find out, aren't we? So we got 62. Are you focusing on the positive and what you have, or are you focusing on what you don't have? Are you busy with hard work, or are you doing easy work that you love? Are you running away from life you don't want, or are you running toward the dream you do want? What's your primary motivation? What say you, soul? That's something to contemplate. There you go, Aquarius.